I'm Paula Pascual, and today I'm going to show you how to make this darling little card for Christmas using the Tonic Craft Kit, the second one. So I'm going to start by creating the base card, and I'm going to take you can see here the verso dies that you are included in the kit, and I'm going to take the largest one, and I'm going to die cut twice. So I wanted to cut the front and then one piece for the back. So I'm going to take my tangerine and the gold. This one is like the pearlescent card that has got that kind of muted effect into there. It's like an old burnished gold, or bronze maybe. I don't know. This is the beautiful texture pearlescent card. So I'm just gonna run it once, and then gonna take it out of the paper. So that has cut that part in here. Now I'm gonna take the second part, that's for the front or the back, and I'm gonna take it in there. And I'm using the tangerine, but you can use whatever die cutting machine you have that will allow for at least 6 inches of opening in the die cutting machine. There I have the 2 pieces. Now I'm going to put that one out, and then I'm going to take the next die down, which that one creates that beautiful delicate detail into the card. So that one creates apertures, tiny little apertures into the card. Now I secure it with low tack tape in there, and then just going to run it through. Now because that one is very intricate, if you have got another die cutting machine, you may have to run it twice, but using the tangerine, every detail comes out the first time around. And then what we do is the jolly tap, and there you can see all that intricate detail. Now the next thing we are going to do is we are going to take the same bigger die, and we are going to be using this gorgeous Indian paper handmade cotton that is exclusive to the kit. And I just love the little kind of pebble effect and that rich red, which by the way is my favorite color, so I'm kind of very partial to this set. And run it through. And the great thing about this pattern paper is even if you put it has got that beautiful embossed detail, but even if you die cut it, it will retain that gorgeous pattern. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the dies, so I'm going to go for the next size down, the outer one, that one that cuts it out of the card, and then I'm going to position it in here, center it as well as I can, remove that bit, and there I have it. Now if you want to center it perfectly, what you can do is take the medium die, or the one in between, place it like this, and so you can see exactly where is the center. So that is perfectly centered. And now, but remember to take it out, because otherwise we would cut that intricate detail. And then just gonna run it through. So now that will create a border and a centerpiece for my card. So now I have got, just gonna gently peel it off. So now I have got this one, which will go here, and that one which will go glued into there. So that way when we glue it all together, you can see how the pattern will stand out, but also means that I have got an area here to write the message. You can use whatever glue you like to use, but I am very partial to the Nouveau Deluxe glue or the funky craft glue from Tonic as well. It's kind of really, this one is slightly more tacky, and it dries a little bit quicker, so for certain uses I find it better, but for some of the other uses I would prefer the craft one for like for instance when you have got a lot of intricate detail and you want to use the back of your hand. The craft glue is slightly, gives you a little bit more time, wiggle time. So I have got that glue in there. Now what I need to do is to score it, but I forgot my bone folder, so I'm just going to fold it like this to create a little flap in here, because that's going to be where I'm going to put more glue, just on that flap in there. And then I'm going to take my piece in here, line it up perfectly on top And don't worry too much about that glue showing. It will dry completely clear, and I kind of like to have a little. And if not, what you can always do is use some of the gilding flakes that are included in the kit, let it dry a little bit, and then just put it a little bit on there, so it will kind of attach itself to some of the glue bits. Now I have got like that, and then I'm just going to glue this bit in here. Alternatively, if you want to be really good about gluing that bit, just put the glue on the back of the intricate detail, and that way you won't have any seepage of glue showing through. Sometimes, you know, like I'm a little bit of a messy crafter. Let's press it down so it attaches. Look how beautiful that paper, the texture, the color is coming down. And I have to say, I'm in love with these little dies that are included in the set, because they are really tiny, but they are really cute in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue, die cut them using the die cutting machine, the Tangerine, and using that gorgeous gold silk weave paper that we have got in the kit. And look at the tiny detail in there, the little charms. So now I'm going to do is I'm going to put some twine that I had at home, and then just thread it through the little charms in there. And then I'm just going to put, if it's still as wet, I can lift it up a little bit, so I'm just going to trim up. Could have done that before. I just put a little bit of glue in here. And then let's glue this. I'm going to put just glue on the leaf in here. Let's remove a little bit. I just put a little bit too much in there. But that's the beauty of the Nevertheless glue, that it dries completely clear. And I just remove any excess that I can remove now, and then the rest will dry completely clear. Just tiny bit, just remove, let up a little bit of the excess, and then start a little bit of glue in there, and then just secure it in there, so that way it will stick in there as well. Okay, and finally I'm going to glue one of the beautiful flowers that are included in the kit, and for that I'm going to be using a foam pad, or you could use a wet glue if you wanted, but kind of I like the, oh, and then of course the Nuvo crystal drops included. So just gonna put it in there. Now if you wanted, you can stamp the sentiments and then just die cut it and put it in the side. But I kind of like, sometimes, you know, I have got family abroad that not necessarily are English language speakers. Sometimes I like them to not have a sentiment, because it's obviously that this Christmas is seasonal, and some of them, they might not celebrate Christmas as such, or some of them, you know, so you can always have different without a message, or just add it at a later date, just before you know who you are sending it to. And included in the kit, you have got 2 beautiful sentiment stamps. So you can choose whether you want Merry Christmas or Season's Greetings, depending whether it's more traditional or, you know, just more generic, festive season sort of sentiment. And then these crystal drops, just a little bit there, and wherever I find a little gap, just gonna put them. And this one is the, I believe, is the woodland green. And you get another red as well, but I'm just gonna go for green. So this is how you do a simple, quick and easy, but really effective little card using the Tonic Craft Kit, the second one.